So today we're going to address some of the negative reviews about Vector Algorithmics on Trustpilot. Now, we're not doing this to dodge criticism or to hide from it, but genuinely to just correct misinformation so that if you are considering investing into Vector Algorithmics, you can at least make an informed choice. We're not here to be biased. If you've watched any of our videos, you'll know we believe just in full transparency. That includes showing just real performance, real contracts, and real facts, even when criticism exists. Now, let me say this before I jump into it. Unfortunately, if you didn't know this, Trustpilot is a criminal organization. And now I say that in jest, but the reality is, unfortunately, nearly anyone can go onto Trustpilot, find a business, and write a review. They do not check whether someone is legitimately a customer. And unfortunately, that hits many businesses where it hurts. We are open to bad reviews and bad criticism. Nearly all companies in the world have them, but it hurts even more when they're fake. And in this video, we're going to show you some of maybe the fake ones, but also some of the legitimate ones, and let us at least give you the story behind them. So here we go. Okay, so case number one, we have customer, in quotes, not a client, okay? So let's start with this review. Like, the reviewer name is simply customer, right? So not real name, and this individual was never a client of Vector Algorithmics. They did not join, they did not trade, and did not use our software. So this review is based kind of entirely on reading the agreement and choosing not to proceed, right? So not actually using our actual product, right? Which is their right, you know? But it's important to understand that this is not an actual user experience. So let's just address some of these claims. So regarding our guarantee conditions, right? So we offer a 12-month satisfaction-based performance guarantee, right? And we believe that's fair because these kind of investments are over a long time horizon. You do not get the best of this technology over a 30-day to 60-day period, unfortunately. Simply because you can have bad trading months and you can have negative trading months, but over the course of 12, 24 months, you're in profit. So if the system is used as intended and the conditions are followed, clients are eligible for a refund if they want. It's a satisfaction refund guarantee, meaning they can still be in profit or they can be break even and they can still ask for a refund, complete refund on their licensing. So pretty fair if we think about it. Regarding the no manual trading or software changes, these conditions exist for one reason: integrity in what we do. So if someone manually trades and changes settings, right, or interferes with just the system we've built, there's no fair way to evaluate the algorithm performance. It's really easy to understand. You cannot tamper with software, lose money, and then blame the algorithm. That's how we see it. Also regarding their statement about the upfront fee, the upfront fee is not non-refundable as implied here. It is refundable at the end of the term if the client follows the agreement, right? And the guarantee conditions are met. We've already been through that, but it's really simple to understand. It's clearly outlined in writing, and we walk clients through this on the demo calls and on the onboarding calls. Now, also regarding the chargeback waiver. Chargeback waivers are standard, guys, in service-based agreements, especially across any kind of online algorithms that you're looking at. Because they involve significant upfront delivery. They exist to protect both sides from misuse. So clients are given time to review the agreement before signing it, right? And we encourage questions of it. Not everything is set in stone, and people can take these to their attorneys and lawyers and have dialogue with us. So finally, just some important context. This individual never became a client. Their Trustpilot history shows a pattern of one-star reviews across multiple businesses, right? You get these type of people. That matters when you guys are evaluating credibility, unfortunately. Okay, so case number 2, reviewer, Juan F. Leon. Client, yes. Misrepresented experience, yes. So let's have a look here. So the review claims fraud and alleges over $8,000 lost. But here are the facts, guys. So what actually happened? So this client purchased a prop firm service, okay? So this is not one of our hands-off algorithms, where we agreed to help him obtain 5 funded accounts. Now, if you don't know what prop firms are at this point, honestly, you can skip ahead because this is generally one of the service we only give or offer to people who manually trade and know about manual trading. Now, we agreed to help him obtain 5 funded accounts. We delivered 10, double that funded accounts, double what he was agreed, fully and on time. After the delivery, the client removed our team's access, stopped responding, and still had an outstanding balance on his split payment. He leaves that out. In other words, the service was delivered, the client benefited from it completely, and then disengaged while attempting to avoid the remaining payment. There was no fraud here. There was no failure to perform, the work was completed, and he signed on the contract. Once again, this reviewer's Trustpilot history shows a consistent pattern of 1-star reviews, like every time. Okay, finally, case number 3 here. Okay, reviewer John F. Sleens, I guess. So, client, yes. Refunded in full, yes. Right? These happen. So this client joined and requested a refund within 24 hours. Okay, before using the product or allowing the system to run. So I think that's really important to understand. Regarding hands-off automation, our systems are fully automated in execution. Clients do not like manually trade at all, and they are not required to configure strategies themselves. This is on our hands-off algorithms. So we provide access to multiple strategies, but we clearly guide clients with non-financial advice disclaimers, right, on which strategy is actively used by most users. So what actually happened here? So the client joined, raised concerns immediately without running software, and requested a refund. We honored that request and issued a full refund, even though the agreement had been signed and the product had already been provisioned. So we honored that request and issued a full refund, even though the agreement had already been signed and the product had been provisioned. So there was no loss, no negative experience, and no performance issue. You know, the client did not use a system. So the fact is, if we look at all of our negative reviews, and nearly all of them, they're either about the prop service, where it's about manual intervention and manual trading, or it's people who haven't used our system over a long period of time. Because if they do, and when they do, they only see success, historically anyway. So overall, we are not perfect, and trading is not risk-free, as you should know. But we do not misrepresent our services. We do not hide terms, and we do not take money without delivering. We have over 1,000 clients globally, years of live algorithm records, and we show performance publicly, including flat months, negative months, and slow periods. So our goal is not to just convince everyone, it's to work with people who understand systematic trading, they want to follow rules, and for people who value transparency. So if you're considering Vector Algorithmics, read the agreement, ask questions, and make sure it aligns with how you want to trade or envisage yourself trading. We'll continue to show everything openly, good and bad.